What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and today we're back on the road to #1 in the world. So let's see where we're currently sitting on the leaderboard. It's 68 with 1414, which is actually very close to the all-time best on the series, which was 1421. So we could well break our all-time record today. I really hope we can. All we need to do is win all our games, and it's a small task, and that would seem not too hard, but considering our 81% win rate, it is pretty common that we lose at least one duel per episode. You can kind of see the last few episodes, they were kind of like one loss kind of episodes. So hopefully today we can turn around that trend. And yeah, here is our first opponent, who is Tino. I actually had to wait 30 seconds for that match. Kind of strange. I should be playing, near peak time here, or at least as much as I can. And here we are in Colombia. So let's go straight for that here and slam it in, I reckon. Was just in Bogota there. I kind of just went super quickly because I had some lag in the background, had to close down some programs. Should be all better now, I assume at least. And next one should be somewhere in North Brazil based on this pavement. Yeah, I'd say so. Obviously we can move here. We can go for a little bit of info, but yeah, I think North Brazil is just the play here. It really does seem that way. So maybe like all the way North Bahia. I mean, we could even check polls here just to see if we have any of those yellow stickers, which you see in North Brazil quite often. But yeah, I feel like we just guess here. And we should be closer than our opponent because it is not the easiest round. It's pretty dry, and there is like pretty obvious Portuguese, but yeah, he goes south. As I said, like an 800 rated player does often miss the North Brazil vibe, and it ends up with being 3,000 damage. Probably should have even guessed sooner, if we're honest. Anyway, next one here should be, is it like a Estonia or something, or is it just Russia? I think it's just Russia here. Let's check out the bollards though. And so these ones should be Latvian bollards. Interesting. It felt quite Russian, but to be honest, this could just be anywhere in Latvia. But nice to have the bollards there to help us out, and honestly, a lot of the times 800 rated players don't know the difference between the Baltic bollards or Russian ones even, so we'll see where our opponent goes here. And yeah, it was just middle of Baltics there. Finland's not a bad guess based on the landscape. However, of course, there we have the bollard to help us out and get the country. Okay, round number 4 here. See if we can go for the swift knockout here before the multis. That would be nice. It's Japan, and I think we should go for extra info. Like Japan, you often do get something on the polls and stuff like that. So let's see if we do here. This poll is not giving away much at all. It doesn't seem to have anything unique. Actually, this is a really interesting poll top, but I'm not really getting too much off of it. So let's just go until we see something on the polls here. Well, this is nice. This is a kind of silver one, like you'd see next to Tokyo. So I guess I will go in like Tokyo prefecture here. Very interesting. Wouldn't have guessed that. Probably was thinking more so around Kyoto or something like that, or maybe even, Shikoku or further south. But I think we can trust that. And actually, we do have a Tokyo poll top there, and it was in Gunma instead, and our opponent goes in Taiwan. So that is obviously a quick victory. Do we get any points off that? I think we get 1. Yeah, we do get 1 point there. Very nice. Let's head through to the next one here. Obviously, getting 1 point is not ideal, but at least it could be a stress-free game like that one was, so I'm happy with that. We're against Stock here, who's actually higher rated than us. That's very rare, so let's actually really try, because we basically move up to our top of all time if we win this. And so this one is interesting. I'm all of a sudden a little bit nervous, so let's just take it chill and find out where this first round is. So we should be near Celje, which is in Slovenia, and I guess I'll just go for that. I mean, I'm not really the type of guy to try too hard on a round like that when I know it's a small country, and sure enough, it was just in Slovenia, so that is actually absolutely fine, and we don't get flawless, which is nice, I guess. Well, not that that's almost ever happened in this series, but, it's always nice not to. This one is UK or Ireland. I have a region guess, but I actually want to go for some architecture. Okay, so I think this might be like here, like Norwich kind of area, just because of how flat it was. Let's check out what this intersection would have for us here. So, Wharton, yeah, it feels south as well. Yeah, so our opponent goes for the guess here. I like that, because I do feel pretty good about where I've gone here. Let's just go there. I feel like this is a good guess. And it was a bit further north there, near Hull. Yeah, this whole area is very flat, and that was no exception. Very, very flat indeed. And yeah, definitely got more of a south vibe than what it was. So, not the best guess, but to be fair, our opponent went in the same spot, so you can't really blame me, can you? Next one here, US mail, I would say. Let's actually just confirm that. Yeah, so USPS, that sounds like American to me, doesn't it? Yeah. So plates here. Ooh, that is interesting. Is it like a Virginia plate or something here? Could be. Let's just slow down here. That is what? Is like a, what does it say? Oh my gosh, it's 2 words. Carolina or something? I don't know. Well, let's check if we have fronts here. We do, I think, don't we? Yeah, with blue at the top. And it's 2 words, though. That's really interesting here. A little bit worried. Obviously, I haven't quite worked out what we should be here. Vibes-wise, It is a bit further north, isn't it? So, I don't think it was Virginia. What about, like... No, I don't actually know what this is going to be. I'd just go Illinois as a fine hedge, I think. Well, it's just on the border of Iowa and Illinois. Very interesting. So, what were the two words there? I think it might have been a traveling plate, to be honest. I just had to go on vibes alone. And, yeah, I mean, they weren't Iowa plates, so that's kind of curious. Anyway, next one here should be Italy. Fairly south, I would imagine. I think I would just go straight south here, because this feels so Sicilian. So I'm just going to click middle of Sicily here and hope for the best. I mean, this should be Sicily, right? It looks like Tunisia almost, based on all this kind of like rock architecture and all that bit. I could see it being further north, but that's the only place I guess when it looks like that. And yeah, we were nearby. And yeah, it's going to be a good amount of damage. Almost 1,000 points there. Actually, over 1,000 points. So even pre-multis, that's great, but obviously would have been much nicer to happen during the multis. The next one here, we are in Singapore, I believe. Obviously these days, Republic of Indonesia, that's the embassy, good. These days I'm much more likely to go around and check. Because, I don't know, there's really no points to be gained, but there are a lot of points to be lost, you know what I'm saying? And it says Awas there, so yeah, it has to be somewhere in Singapore, unless it was somehow Malaysia, but the number plates, I believe, do not fit here, and it's far too modern, although I thought it was, anyway. I'm not so sure about myself. Okay, let's call them, but oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, let's not talk about that. It's only 1.3k, so... Oh gosh, guys, I'm like, I would never make that mistake on the normal maps, I want to say, but like something about this map just really gets me going crazy and silly, huh? But that's okay, that's okay. Let's get back to concentration here. I think this is Slovakia. Do we see anything that's actually Slovakian here? It could actually be like Slovenia, I suppose. Let's go for some like extra info at the intersection here. So, what about the crosswalk sign, the pedestrian crossing? That is the Slovakian one. Yeah, okay, we're good. And in which case, I didn't recognize the places, but I feel like this kind of area, like near Nitra, this kind of stuff works fine, I hope. Holy crap! That was the... Oh my gosh, guys. This just went really badly all of a sudden. That really threw... Oh my gosh. Okay. That's okay. It's okay. We're still in it. We're still fine. Let's just plonk nicely here. I might just go for insta-plonk on this one, to be honest. Interesting hills, though. I think I just go. Let's go for it, baby. Let's turn up the heat, shall we? Let's not... all the walking around and looking for clues hasn't really worked so far. And that was actually Chiang Rai. We could have won the game right there. Unfortunately, it's just going to be another 80 points of damage now. I wonder if there was anything that actually could have helped us there. Like, Chiang Rai actually does have some specific clues, but yeah, okay. Anyway, next one here, triple damage. And how far north do we think this is? Probably pretty far south in Norway, I would imagine. I don't see anything there. No. Okay, we could actually, like, just go for a little bit of info here, just in case. But I don't really think there's too much. Ooh, interesting, like, white car long antenna. That's interesting. I don't really know where this is, but I would say it's south. I would say so, like, it just feels it, so I'm actually just going to go near Oslo here. I think that's actually a good guess. Just the flatness of it as well, and yeah, like kind of the urbanization, like kind of all the factories and everything. I feel good about this, unless I'm completely wrong about something. I kind of don't trust myself anymore on this episode, for real. Okay, well, it's just, yeah, south of Oslo there, obviously. Good guess from our opponent, so it's not going to be too much. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to go Oslo on, like, such a generic round. Ah, come on, give us some hard rounds. Not that I did too well on the easy ones, to be fair, but yeah. Okay, this is going to be Scotland, I imagine. Well, I really kind of thought it was. Belford Gardens, okay. It looked like a Scottish architecture to me, so I think I'll just go for it here. Well, it could be Wales, it could be Wales. Okay, well, it didn't look like Welsh language on anything here, but I still think I should, like, check the sign or something. No, it looks like Scotland. It does. Let's go Inverness. I feel like having some fun here, guys. Let's send it. Yeah, I don't see any Welsh on, like, written on the road or anything, so that feels good. 555. I don't know what any of that would mean. That's an interesting tree. It makes me think more of, like, okay, well, it's just Edinburgh. Yeah, I was gonna say, it makes me think more of, like, this kind of stuff around Ayr, and it is knockout damage there. Crap, we absolutely threw that. One of the worst duels we've ever done, but it's only -16. Let's try and queue against him again. Yeah, that's a 930 rated place. Damn it, bro. I just colossally sold. To be fair, to be fair to me. I can't play as much Geoguessr as I normally, was earlier in the series because of full-time work and everything, and it does lead to like more silly mistakes, I guess you could say. .cz, but that, yeah, it is the right language. Okay, good. We just go here. Yeah, that's my cope at least. Hopefully we can gain back some points here. Obviously a 900 rated opponent, which I really would prefer not to play, is not going to be too many points, maybe 2 points or something like that. And it was just on the south border, right? We were right in the Austria there. Interesting. It's interesting how, like, different Austria and Czechia are, despite sharing quite a long border. Okay, this is Australia or Uruguay. Can't actually tell which. I think it's Aussie, though. That's good for us. It looks like Melbourne. Though I couldn't actually just be certain yet. Okay, it is Melbourne, or at least something in Victoria, so we can just go straight in for it here. Knowing these state-specific clues, like this one here, the blue reflector bollard, is very good. Is very good for getting those quick guesses. And it was indeed there, actually all the way in Traralgon, but it's going to be huge damage. Obviously, that's kind of the advantage of going really quickly against a 900 rated opponent. And the next one here should be in UAE or Qatar, and that looks like the Qatar one, I believe. Now, am I trolling? Maybe. This looks like kind of Qatari as well. I'm happy to just go in for it. Our opponent has guessed already. Interesting. And it was indeed in Doha there. So, yeah, not a terrific guess from our opponent. It's going to be a quick one there. Very pleased with that result, obviously. And we gain 2 points, indeed. So, we're back above 1400. That's at least something. Okay, 800 rated opponent. Indonesia here. Let's just go straight in for it, guys. No mercy. It's unfortunately, we're facing the Indonesian flag immediately here. These roofs are almost looking Balinesian, but the vibes don't really give me Bali, so we should check a few extra roofs here, because I think I'm going to go in Java instead here. What about these roofs? Yeah, I would say this is East Java somewhere here. Let's go in Malang. I think you often see it around Kediri, but this is more of a hedge for the whole of East Java. Pretty sure we're there. So in case you guys didn't know, like East Java, and actually no, the whole of Java is filled with tiled roofs. You get them a lot in Bali and Lombok, but the further away you get from Jakarta or from the center of Java, the least likely you are to get those tiled roofs. Okay, this kind of feels kind of like this area maybe in Philippines to me. I'm just going to go straight for it here. Fairly like a easy round based on the car meta here, but we don't really know what strength our opponent is, so it's good to just go quickly. And it was, yeah, indeed there. Our opponent goes in Thailand. Not a terrible guess based on the landscape, but of course, based on polls and car meta, there couldn't really have been that. Next one here, we are in the Baltics, I would assume, or somewhere in Northern Europe. And we have the short antenna here. This could actually be over on the Russian side of the border, but okay, this is actually, no, this is a Baltic marker, and that one is the Lithuanian one. I thought of Russia, so I'm going to click on the Russian side of Lithuania, but yeah, that one where it's like got the kind of tri-point, where it kind of makes a triangular shape here, that one's only in Lithuania. And it was actually on the border of Russia, but on the Kaliningrad side instead. 700 points, we'll take it. At least the low-rated duels have been fairly stress-free today, I'll say that. You know, the one where we could have gained a lot, you know, that was appropriately difficult, and then the rest of them, you know. And I would say, like you guys know, like sometimes I have a bit of a propensity to accuse people, maybe prematurely, of cheating, because I'm a bit, you know, what would you say, competitive. But to be fair, like we've hardly encountered any in the last like 20 episodes, so it is pretty impressive that how much of a good job they're doing of keeping people like that out. And that was a good Bangladesh guess to finish off the duel here. So that's obviously going to be like another 2 points or so. I think 1 or 2. That's going to be 1. Well, it's not too impressive here, but hopefully again we face someone higher. It's going to be Shasha here. So we're farming these 1 point games here. We need to start like tweeting at Geoguessr to remove these matchups, because they're really not ideal, are they? I think it would be imagine how entertaining the series would be if I only faced like 1.1k plus. That would be like every duel would be completely intense. I think that would be a great change. But we've been over that ad nauseum basically. So there we go. Okay, we were actually looking at Dubai South there. I should have realized that. To be fair though, it's never really going to be too much damage on the first round in UAE. Next one here, Uptown. We've got to be in England, so I think it's going to be Philippines, right? Yeah, it looks like Philippines. So, do we actually see anything here on the main street? This could just be Manila for my money, though it could also not be Manila. I'll probably try it here. I don't see anything that like would bid to the contrary, and so guessing the capital city is never a bad idea, I would say, in any country on the world map, basically, except for Canberra. I feel like Canberra kind of gets left out, being not the biggest city, kind of quite rare to see. That's unfortunate. I feel like Canberra's kind of a fun city to guess. And it was just in the south there, which makes perfect sense, to be honest. But, you know, it's always the case that the opponent also guesses capital at this level, so you do kind of make yourself give yourself a safe guess by doing that. Okay, next one here, we're somewhere in Israel. Now, north or south? It is very green. I will just click north here, but our opponent obviously does have the Israeli flag flying here, so they may be a bit closer. I could actually see this area around Jerusalem too, and it was there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I went north. It was just because it was green, but really the vibes was pretty much south. But it's such a small country that it does not matter. And we're getting a bunch of like kind of more boring rounds on this one. Unfortunately, nothing too hard. We had actually good seeds on those first rounds today, and this one's just no way. I'm literally clicking middle. I don't really mind too much. What's just on the Swedish border there? It's going to be a couple 100 points there. You know, our opponent doing a good job just clicking their capital, kind of doing some chip here. But hopefully rounds like this could do something for us here. The poll almost feels, well, it's going to be somewhere in Croatia, right? Yeah, this looks very Croatian. I'm just going to go straight for it, actually. You know, if it's not, it's not, but it should be close by anyway, so yeah, not familiar with the poll, but the architecture, these rock walls, this is surely Croatia. And it was even close by there, on one of those cool long islands. It's going to be 1,000 points damage, which is fine, it's good. Montenegro was the opponent's guess, which is not bad, but obviously Montenegro is a bit greener, especially where he clicked. This is Brazil, which is good, and actually, very interestingly, we have these clear insulators. Okay. So clear insulators, huh? This is probably north with this palm forest. And yeah, I can only assume this is north, but do we actually get any extra clue here? Okay, we do have a yellow sticker here. Where is it gone? Oh my gosh. Do we actually not get that frame? Ooh. Yeah, interesting. Not a proper yellow sticker. I would still just go somewhere north here, but I don't really know. Like, we couldn't die here, but we could actually take a lot of damage if it is south. Just too many palms, I think, to go south here. So, clear insulators. Is it an Alagoas one? Could see, actually, Alagoas landscape fits here, so I'll try that. And, oh, south, oh no. I knew it was Santa Catarina that they have that, but that many palms, I am actually kind of shocked. So obviously, if our opponent knew Brazilian polls, then, and they just clicked, like, Rio de Janeiro, then we're in serious trouble with that round, but I guess we get thrown a bit of a lifeline there. This kind of feels like, you know, Rhineland kind of area to me. We're going to get any unblurred plates. That would obviously help. Doesn't, yeah. I mean, it could be like Frankfurt as well. I would just go over here, though. Let's go in Cologne, actually. And it was in Hamburg there. Interesting. Did not get Hamburg off that, so it's going to be huge damage. Well, 2.6k. Very lucky that wasn't higher multis, to be honest. I wonder what he saw, because I didn't see any winter coverage or anything. Didn't see anything particularly Hamburg, so... Oh no, Trekker. Is this India or is it Pakistan? I would be kind of tempted to go Pakistan. Let's see the pants though. Well, they're wide pants. They are wide pants for real. Can we see those again, please? I would love to see those again. Okay, pants are wide here. We can use that meta to go Lahore here. That's fine, I think. And it was indeed nearby there. Very good. Wide pants meta actually saved us there, because this guy's quite a champ for a 800 rated player. We could lose a lot here, potentially. Anyway, next one here, 3.5 times damage. Is Australia coming to rescue us? Not necessarily. This is more New Zealand, isn't it? Should be North Island, though, I imagine. Yeah, I mean, we have wooden poles, a little bit concerning. But it looks, I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, that's, yeah, it looks, yeah, no. I see this landscape. This is definitely, like, North New Zealand. Because when you see these dry hills, like, if it looks anything like Australia, it should be around where I clicked, I think. But we'll see here. It is possible that I'm wrong. It could be like around Hamilton or maybe even something further south. It was just on Waiheke Island there, which is cool. It's going to be more damage. 600 points. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately, it sucks when like the distinctive region is near the capital, because then it's kind of likely that the opponent just clicks capital anyway and we lose. What do we have here? What does that say? Is that English? Yeah, neighborhood speed limits, or America. We saw these red-backed ones somewhere. I don't remember where. But, okay, we have the flag key. Colorado flag, right? Just going to go straight for it here in Denver. Why not? Let's go. Red-back stop sign there. Interesting. Yeah, a bunch of them. So, I wonder if that's a bit of a meta for, you know, something here. What does this say? Pioneer. We're probably not in Colorado, to be honest, but yeah. We're in Colorado Springs instead, and yeah, that is fine. I meant Denver. I meant probably not in Denver. Yeah, and we're in Colorado Springs. Okay, 1 point for a very hard fought. Well played to the opponent, by the way. We'll get our silver reward, I guess. And let's go forward again here. I mean, we may as well. Trying to recoup slowly some of these losses we've been taking. Although really, it wasn't too bad. It was only 16 points. So even a good duel here can set us all the way back to success. Okay, this is what we're talking about. Dad, P, Mistra. And we should be in with a good shot to win this one. So, what are we looking at here? USA. I like it. I like it. Let's see if we can get plates here. Obviously, doesn't look like we can. It should be fairly north here. This could be Canada, actually, as well. Could see Ontario working nicely here. Don't really think it's all the way west. I mean, it honestly feels a bit like Europe, which is strange to me. Could we be in Europe? We could still be in Europe, but I think we saw pickup trucks and everything. Yeah, we did. So, okay, we'll see here. No flag on this house. Could be like Maine or something. That could be like a Maine plate. I could see it. Otherwise, okay, that's an annoying... I feel like we got the region guess here. I feel like it is northeast. And Maine or like up here. I'm just going to go like for this. Maine or there. Opponent guesses. I still feel good. It is very flat, right? So maybe just like Southern Ontario worked better here. I'm actually going to click a little further south. I do kind of feel like this is better, but I hope it's not Maine. We'll see. It was there, just Niagara Falls, and a good guess from our opponent there. Very impressive stuff. Maybe found a Canadian flag or something. Otherwise, just a really nice guess, I guess. Next one here is Kenya. Could it be Mombasa? It could be Mombasa here. We got the white car, the silver car. That could fit. I actually think it's Nairobi, but I just want to go to an intersection here, get more of a vibe. Yeah, I mean, it's not enough. It's like yeah, Norfolk pine or like some kind of pine there. It does feel more Nairobi, I think. Ramisi Road. Do we get anything here? So then, what about this car? It's interesting. It's interesting. I couldn't say I'm 100% sure, but I do think Nairobi is still better here. And I don't really know why I'm taking so long. It's probably just better to go. Though I get the feeling we're in. Yeah, it does say Nairobi there. Very nice. I did get the feeling that this was kind of, more so. Oh, here's the thing. Maybe because we took a long time, we might get psyched out and not go Nairobi. It is possible. Unlikely, because mostly Jules players will just go Nairobi, but, what's possible. But yeah, okay, that's fine. 1 point of... Oh no, this is also a more experienced player. I kind of forgot that. Oh yeah, that's why I got a good guess for round 1. I was kind of confused. I kind of thought I was just playing another 900 or something. Okay, this is Brazil, and it's southern, and we look for a phone code here. We don't have any there, actually, though. So let's go Urban Brazil, phone code guesser, and see if we can find one, shall we? Again, nothing there. Okay. Oh, but we had things, but I think I should just go for a phone code. What is that? Oh, nothing. Interesting. Okay, surely we have one here. Well, the Brazilian colors there. That's interesting. Vibes-wise, if he guesses right now, I don't know. What is this? Still nothing. Ooh, it's concerning. Normally we would find one by now. Still think I'll go south, but sheesh, bro. No. Okay. Okay, what is that flag? I don't know. We just go Sao Paulo. It's probably further south, but... oh my gosh, Manaus. Oh, that was Manaus lamps, bro. Ah, that was Manaus lamps. I knew I remembered them from somewhere. I just don't trust myself enough on the Brazilian lamps. But that was that... Yeah, I don't think that was like 9-9. No, that wasn't... 9-9's not Manaus. So, yeah, that was just unlucky? I don't know. I don't know if to say unlucky, but just really annoying that we didn't find anything. Anyway, this one's going to be Slovenia. Yeah, I think we just go like kind of northeast here. That seems fine to me. Quick guess from our opponent. Yeah, not really too much else to say. I'm just going to go for that. And it was just near Ljubljana there. Good guess from our opponent, and yeah, it's going to be 100 points-ish. Oh my gosh, guys, through the Manaus. But to be fair, we could have lost 4,000 points damage there if you saw a phone code, so we should be grateful rather than anything, I think. Okay, this is simply just click here, probably, but... Okay, opponent does that, so let's go for info here. Are we going to be able to change our guess meaningfully here? We could click middle. We could click middle. Do we see any Hungarian houses? Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to click just north of Bucharest instead. And it was just where I had it roughly, but that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Going to be 500 points damage. It's A-okay in my books. Because I really wasn't sure. It could have been north there just as easily. Okay, next one here. Polish flag, is it? No, Bulgarian flag. And it is pretty dead. Just trying to see. Like, Bulgaria is not the best signed country. But maybe like a taxi could help if it didn't disappear. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's like we've got like a mosque here, which is interesting. I get the feeling that, yeah, Bulgaria does have quite a few, like, mosques and stuff, but, what's this say? CCB. Don't think that's actually giving anything, is it? Bulgaria Air. Again, don't think I'm, like, immediately scanning or seeing any kind of a place name there. I think we might just go for it here. And I think I would kind of click further south here, just based on, I might go Plovdiv, just based on the mosque, you know? That's probably my vibe here. Can we see anything here, maybe? No, that's the same thing we were looking at, just the bunker. Yeah, nothing to speak of here, I would say. So, what about this? Ooh. Yeah, I don't think that actually said anything. Let's see where this was. Was actually, wow, he goes in Varna. That's interesting, because it was quite hilly. Varna's more flat. It's going to be 1,400 points, right near North Macedonia there. So it's good for us, obviously. Not really the most skilled round by us. We kind of just clicked middle, but we'll take it. We will definitely take it. Okay, this is Bolivia. And do we have any metas? No, we don't. But this is near Santa Cruz, and we do have mountains south there, so that's pretty useful, actually. And if I could look at the right continent, then we could certainly make the most of this. So, yeah, I mean, poles, yeah, they're right. And road angle, I guess we could actually go for the right thing here. I mean, yeah, anything like that's working nicely, I think. So, that should be good. I should have gone faster because I know the region exactly, but yeah, good to line up the mountains, I guess, and hopefully those south mountains do come through with like this kind of road here, and we gain significantly. I hope, we'll see. And yeah, it was there, and our opponent actually guesses where there's no coverage. Very interesting from a high-rated opponent. It's going to be 2.1k there. Ooh, guys, calm down. Let's keep it calm. And we could actually end up the episode even here for sure. This is just Dakar, so I guess we'll just go straight away. I mean, Dakar often has this white Google car, which is like the standard, you know, like Generation 3 car. And that one only like runs like south. So it only runs from Dakar down to like Chittagong or maybe even further south, but yeah. Okay, 3 points of damage there. Man, if we lose this one, I'm going to be disappointed because we're way ahead. We've played decently. Only one mistake, I think, so far. And this is Turkish, right? And, oh no, is it actually, oh, it's actually Switzerland. And wine region, though, right? Is more of like it's more of a north thing? I actually can't remember. There's definitely a meta for wine region. I feel like it was kind of more of an east thing, but now that I say that, no, that's Austria. It's more of an east thing in Austria. Are we going to get anything here? I think we actually might just click middle. I think we might click middle. I would love to knock him out in a round like this, but I just don't feel confident enough. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click right here. It's probably further north, to be honest. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, it was all the way over there. Interesting. Our opponent goes deep south near Italy. I actually kind of like that guess, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, quadruple damage, big country. Indonesia don't love that, but hopefully we can see a poll that we know. This kind of feels okay. It's Sula based on car. That pole top could be Sula, could be like southern Sula for sure. Do we see anything here? Big mountains, palms. I like everything for Sula here. I think you click middle. I think you actually low-key just click middle like this or something like that, actually. Yeah, let's go for that here. I feel like that's a good guess. We shall see. It could still be elsewhere. It certainly could be. Bollards are not central Sula bollards, so south still works though, I think. And I could be wrong. I don't love the guess, but yeah, it normally, when you have black car, it is just a safer guess, because I think like 50% or more of the black cars in Indonesia is in Sula, and then obviously we had those palms everywhere, which are very common there. All right, guys, because we gained 13 points here, we should go for one more just to see if we can actually get to the new PB ELO, and Adam, unless it's a very quick duel and he allows us to go for another after, is probably not going to allow us to get there, unfortunately. Anyway, first one here, is it Vientiane or is it just Thailand? That's a good question here. Let's go ahead here, look at the house. That could be either. Obviously, poll can be either every time. I think it is, well, just going to click nearby. So let's hedge our bets here a little bit and see what our opponent goes for. I think Thailand, actually. If I, no, it's very even. It's definitely in that area though. It's definitely all the way that kind of vibe. And it was actually just Thailand indeed, but a bit further south. So gonna be decent points. Our opponent goes in Cambodia. So definitely remember between those two countries, they get square poles in Thailand and not really in Cambodia. And if they are in Cambodia, they have like you know, waffle kind of pole vibe about them. So it's a bit different looking. Anyway, this plate is Italian. It's a Fiat as well. So surely Italy is good here. That's also Italian. And last time we saw similar stuff to this, I feel like it was like center. I feel like it was like some of these towns inside here. So I'm gonna try that. It's probably further south, but I want to go for a center. Like these really tightly packed cities, I feel like I've seen them central Italy before. Will our opponent get anything here? Not too much, presumably, but hopefully they know their plates. It was actually, yeah, center. Was it this one? No, I can't remember which one it was, but I had very similar rounds in the center of Italy like that before. Next one here, we're stopping left here, so it should be like Ireland, maybe, I think. What have we got? Yeah, this looks Irish to me. Do we have places names? Port Marnock. Interesting. Castle Lodge B&B. I don't recognize any of these places, so obviously it is Ireland. We have white rear plates, and it gave me a bit of a south vibe. Yeah, I don't think that actually helps too much, but Ireland is really well signed, so we may as well go to the next intersection and just see if we can see anything, is what I'm trying to say. And at this intersection, not really. Okay, well, let's just make it a fast and good game here. Let's go like a Waterford. No idea if it would be there or not, but hey, worth a go. Okay, me and Adam both tried to be a bit too fancy here. It was just in the capital. Makes sense, to be honest, but there you go. Okay, next round is number 4. And we have a lot of palms here, thinking of, you know, Indonesia, Philippines, something like that here. Kind of feels like South Indonesia with this dryness, and that does look right with the pole, I would say. So, yeah, thinking I'll just go for nooses here for sure. We also have a nooses pole. Let's go for, it could actually be Sumba here. I'll try Sumba, why not, just for a bit of fun. It doesn't feel too dissimilar, like a very like Mediterranean-ish almost looking climate is very typical of Sumba, so I don't mind that guess at all, honestly. Yeah, look at this like kind of hill, almost feeling a bit like Greece or like Malta or something. Yeah, I feel like it may actually be there, and it was indeed there. Very good. And our opponent, well, they're going, well, yeah, Adam's going quite far away in southern Thailand. There, not a terrible guess by any means, but obviously Southeast Asia is huge, and it's not going to be enough really. This is Sweden and decently north, maybe. I was going to say south at first. Unless it is actually just Finland. It could be Finland. We got outer dashes here. So, interesting, no antenna as well. Kind of a confusing round all up. But, yeah, we should just be in Sweden. And so, just trying to think. Actually, these are solid outer lines at some points here. There's no way this is Finland with outer dashes, I'm sure of it, but I still want to, like, just absolutely confirm here, because I don't think we saw anything. Okay, this winter coverage is surely very typical of Sweden as well. But yeah, let's go for some extra info here. Maybe we see the city name here or something like that. So we are nearby to these places. Sikas rings a bell. But yeah, don't think I see it in time here. Let's just go here, I guess. We'll see if we're close enough, and our opponent gets a very nice one. Adam regaining some honor there with a good guess, and not to mention that our guess was also fairly good just for not seeing anything. Getting on the right stretch of road and in some way. And this should be Belgium, and it should be, well, it could be France actually. Let's check it out here. Okay, that's obviously French, and yeah, I think this is actually France then, but near Belgium presumably. Although, what is this plate? Man, it's not going to give us a good view, is it? No, it's too sunny. It is a bit more Belgian looking, isn't it? Especially with the, yeah, it is Belgium. Okay, so I think we saw French though, right? So I guess we go like here. That feels good to me. It feels like French border, honestly. Could have been France easily. So we'll see if I'm right in that hunch or not. It's probably the other side of the country now that I said it, but we'll see. And our opponent may struggle. It wasn't an obvious Belgium, although we even have post-Netherlands. Maybe we're on the other side. Yeah. Okay, so interesting. We had like a thicker red border on the giveaway sign, which is a Flanders. It's Flanders, isn't it? Yeah, Flanders meta. But I guess in the south we have French, so I thought we might be looking at French there. Anyway, this is Norway, and I think you safely click north here. I would think we just go for it and see where our opponent really vibes off this, because it's not easy. It could still be south. Don't think it's inconceivable, but surely with this sparse vegetation, north is better. And we'll see. Maybe Adam just goes Oslo and wins. It is conceivable. It's not out of the question at all. And it was north there. Our opponent goes Iceland. Good guess, but yeah, with the yellow center lines, has to be Norway, and it's going to be knockout damage there. So Adam made it long. We'll still go for one more. We'll still go for one more here, guys. I've decided. We got our gold. You know, we can go for one more here. See if we can make the series a little bit more exciting. And it's going to be one where we can go to PB here if we beat Slimeball. Let's play our hearts out, guys. This could have been a huge episode. It can still be a big episode. Let's see it. Okay, first round here. Going to be somewhere in Austria, and indeed in Vienna with those stripes on the posts. Let's go straight for it. Naturally, our opponent knew it, so that's really no surprise at all, and it's going to be 1 point of damage. So no chance to flawless slime ball here. Next round, I like it. It's going to be Ecuador. It's going to be West Ecuador. Also thatched roofs here. I like this a lot, I must say. Escolar. And so, very dry. Don't click too far away from like Manta kind of area here. I think we'll just go straight for it. Yeah, it could even be further south. It kind of looks like Peru, but it is further north towards Manta indeed. So, good start there. Going to be through 400 points damage, but a big psychological win. He's scared. We just region guessed Ecuador just for fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's huge, guys. Okay, next one here. Feels like North Belgium or something. Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping here. Yellow rear plate there and Danish plate. Interesting. So let's go straight for it here. It's kind of not that easy, so I'm just going to click middle here and hope for the best, really. It could actually be in Fun anyway. Fun. It's, okay, I learned it. It's Jutland, Fun, and Zeeland, right? Okay, yeah. Finally learned it after 2 years on the channel. There we go. You can thank me later, Danes, but obviously the guess is not too bad. Just went for the middle hedge. It's fine. Okay, next one here. Russia? South Russia, I think. Or not. Okay, we have Kyrgyzstan here. Dirty Mirror. And I think you kind of just go for it quickly here in case your opponent doesn't know. Unfortunately, quick is not my quick is not my strength sometimes, guys. I actually think what's the angle here? It's probably around Tashkomur. And where was it? Yeah. Actually, no, it was right click. That's good. Okay, no damage done. Opponent showing themselves to be strong, very much so. So have to be careful about that. Is this? I thought of like Nepal at first, but no. Should just be China or Japan. What have we got going on here? It feels like China, right? And I think this is more East China. This doesn't really feel West China to me. So yeah, maybe even go Beijing. I don't know if Beijing would look like this though. A little bit concerning. I mean, China, like it's before many multis, so we should be okay. I think you just click middle here. Okay, we'll just go in and click middle here. I don't know, let's go in Shanghai. We'll find out what this is. And it was nearby. Actually, there's quite a lot in Yangzhou. We had one there in the last episode, so that's good for us. 300 points of damage. Good for us one in the sense that we don't die. Okay, this is Hungary. We can go fast here. Let's see if we get anything in the way of metas. Yeah, it's just Hungary. It's just Hungary, so it's slightly hilly. I'll say that. I'll go like here, just for fun, guys. I don't really know what it is when it comes to Hungary. Now, these suffixes and prefixes can help, I know. Though it was the complete opposite side of the country, couldn't have made a worse guess almost. It's going to be a good amount of damage. That's why we had hills. It was kind of like the foothills of the Alps or something. Makes sense. Or not hills, but kind of rolling landscape at least. Okay, left-hand drive. France, though. Or are we in Scotland? I think we are, probably. Or no, we're in France. Yeah, okay. Okay. Vibes. I think this is interesting. Like, real mix of roofs and stuff like that here. Kind of reminds me of Northwest, I can't lie. Can we see any German or something, maybe? No, we don't. Obviously, not at all. Gosh, it could be Northwest as well. I kind of like Northeast. I'm gonna hedge at Northeast here, just to see if we get extra damage. And yeah, we guessed in the exact same place there. Was kind of central instead. Paris would have been fine. Did consider it, but I kind of like, I don't know, architecture. I don't really know for France, but it's very learnable, so I should get to know it. Anyway, this is no antenna. Interesting. Is it probably Serbia then? .rs. Okay, so a bit further south here, I got the feeling, but it is relatively flat. So yeah, I guess we'll just click kind of not too far from Belgrade here. This should be a fine guess, I think. We'll find out. We shouldn't lose too many points. Like Serbia's really quite small. It's a small country. So yeah, it's not going to be too much on offer here. Assuming our opponent sees that .rs or something like that, but they may not. And where do they go? It was just Belgrade there. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest. It's kind of like the Belgrade's and like the Danube is kind of like the divider of what's flat and what's hilly. So not playing too badly. It's just been a few unlucky rounds, I feel. We're on 3.5 times damage now in .me, Montenegro. This feels like Podgorica, right? I think you just go Podgorica here. Yeah, big bridge. And with all those flags, I think this is just Podgorica all day. Though I wonder where that bridge is. Maybe this stuff here. Maybe we could be right there. Is the angle low-key fitting? Did we actually just click the right road? Okay, no. It's that one instead. Good guess from our opponent. And again, it's going to be like 10, 25 points of damage. Oof, okay. 4 times damage, and we really hope for hard rounds here and hope that we can just like outplong. This feels like kind of western or southern Norway. Not sure if we're going to get too much here. That is interesting, though. It's not all the way hilly, you know? We don't see mountains in the background here, so I don't really know, but it doesn't feel like Oslo, same time. Okay, what's this about here? We have like a Swedish car here. Interesting. I will kind of click closer towards... I don't actually know if that's actually real or not, but... What do you go here? Anything on the bins? I don't know. I don't really know what you go here, guys. This is a difficult round. It definitely feels southern, so I'm not worried about getting knocked out here, but... I might just go like that. It's a very wuss guess here, but I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that, guys. I can't be bothered. I just don't know where this is. I mean, ocean is north. So we probably should have clicked a bit further this direction, to be honest. It's probably more likely to be here, just... Oh no, that was ooh, the 5k is quite something there. Oh, he knocks us out. No, what is that, bro? Okay, I definitely believe the guess. That was very 5k-able if you've seen it before, especially if you've traveled to Norway, but unfortunately. That's kind of cringe, bro. Okay, 23 points of loss there. Wanted to go for it. Obviously would have been nice, ELO, but, you know. That's it for the episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.